Just because there is Devendra Pandey's name doesn't mean that the story is from Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma is not daft.
You met Shahrukh?
Actually not met Shahrukh, but he did get upset because
Mr. Fix It.
Mr. Fix It or
And people started speculating also who it is.
yeah. So
You
there are-
believed in that story?
I believed in that story completely.
It's true.
Absolutely.
So who is that Mr. Fix It?
There are multiple names that are doing the rounds.
And according to you?
Oh, you're pinning me now. No. There was a story which came out in the Indian Express where three journalists shared the byline. It was a page one flyer about the rift in the Indian camp. Now, almost immediately, you have a set of social media warriors who are aligned to one cricketer or the other cricketer who don't understand journalism, who are ready to berate one of the journalists in those three bylines by saying that that person is close to Rohit Sharma. So by default, Rohit Sharma has leaked that information, without understanding the fact that the story starts off with the fact that Gambhir is saying "bahut ho gaya," and starts off with Gambhir talking to the team and berating the team or like scolding the team and so on and so forth.
Giving them a rundown.
Rundown. Just because there is Devendra Pandey's name doesn't mean that the story is from Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma is not daft to to leak information from the camp and make it so obvious.
Devendra is close to Rohit.
He's close to, you will be surprised to know he's close to every player in Indian cricket. People sort of misunderstand Devendra Pandey. Devendra Pandey is one of the finest journalists in the country. He knows every cricketer in domestic cricket. He knows every cricketer in the current Indian setup across the three formats. And he's probably the most connected journalist because he spends time at Maidans. He goes and watches domestic matches. He spends time with cricketers from all the domestic teams, all the 38 teams. He knows them inside out. And so they confide in him, they talk to him, just like journalists used to do back in the day. He's a true blue journalist. And unfortunately, he was being tarnished. His image and reputation was being tarnished on social media, in my view. And there are other elements of the story.
Mr. Fix It.
Mr. Fix It.
And people started speculating also who it is.
Yeah. So
you believed in that story?
I believed in that story completely.
It's true.
Absolutely true.
So who is that Mr. Fix It who says that, okay, आप लोग जो भी करो, मैं टीम को संभाल लूँगा?
There are multiple names that are doing the rounds.
And according to you?
According to me, I don't hold a brief for anybody on this particular story, but it sort of pointed towards, say, some said that it points towards Virat Kohli, some said it points towards KL Rahul. So between these two, I don't know who wants to be the captain, because Rahul's been India's test captain as well in the past.
So you are inclined to go where? Towards?
Oh, you're pinning me now. No. I'm
Virat
inclined,
or Rahul?
I think Virat. I think because maybe Virat feels that he can bring things together in the test team. Because
बट वो तो ये हो गया ना, एक रिवेंज ट्रिप पे है कि अगर है तो कि भाई मेरी कैप्टनसी गई थी या वो स्टेप डाउन हुआ था, वो भी मैं आपको पूछना चाहूँगा एक्चुअली क्या था, तो मेरे को वापस लेनी है.
मतलब हो सकता है because he sees that the regular captain is out of form, is aging. The possible test captain Jasprit Bumrah, he can't play all the matches. The younger players are not there yet. Like Shubman Gill is clearly not there. Jaiswal is too young to be made the test captain. The others, ideal situation would have been for Rishabh Pant to be India's test captain because he's the most consistent batter in test cricket for India. But they've shifted towards Bumrah. I don't know whether it's the right call because half the matches he can't play because he's not fit, or you want to hold him back for certain situations. तो मुझे लग रहा है more or less वो maybe Virat or feels that he's the right man to lead the test team. But if he really wanted to lead India's test team, he would have been Royal Challengers Bengaluru captain this IPL to make a statement saying, I want to be back in the captaincy saddle officially. Everybody knows he's the unofficial man leading the charge for RCB.
Now Junior Patidar has been appointed as the captain.
If he really wants to be the test captain, he should have been the RCB captain. I felt Virat is India's best ever test captain in terms of record, in terms of changing attitude. In every matter, he's India's best ever test captain. I felt India went a few years back when he resigned as Test captain.
क्यों गई captaincy? You say he resigned. There was also a school of thought that he was asked to leave.
No, he resigned because things were not going his way. Like Ravi Shastri had left after the T20 World Cup in 21. He had a clear plan in place, but I think he didn't execute it properly. He told the selectors and the BCCI that I will step down as T20 captain. You appoint a younger man as the T20 captain. I will continue as the ODI and Test captain. And you appoint a younger man as my deputy in both those formats. So the selectors said, no, you can't have two white ball captains.
Saurav Ganguly?
No, selectors. Saurav Ganguly, nothing. If Saurav Ganguly was so powerful, he would still be PCCI president. The same thing has been implemented now by default. You have two white ball captains. You have Surya Kumar Yadav.
So which selector wanted that?
No, the entire selection committee was...
they were unanimous?
They were unanimous on that. And you see now, you have the same situation which Virat proposed in 21. 4 years later, you are back to the same thing, where you have a separate T20 captain and you have a Test and ODI captain. So you have the same situation. But the thing is that 4 years ago, they didn't want to do that. Now they are forced to do that by default. People started looking at it from the point of view, just from the point of view of the Mr. Fix-It. I think the bigger thing was the fact that there is a problem in the camp.
Have you landed in trouble writing about anybody, speaking about anybody? Any cricketer got upset or you got a call from BCCI?
Well, long back, there was a story which I did for the Times of India about certain BCCI officials being upset about Shah Rukh Khan being present during an India-Pakistan one-day series that was happening 2007. It coincided with the release of Om Shanti Om, because Shah Rukh was turning up in Jaipur during a one-day match, then he turned up at some other game, and then he was finally there at the T20 match, the first ever T20 match in India at CCI. He turned up with Deepika Padukone, and whenever Dhoni was being shown, Deepika was being shown, because then there was some rumor about some alleged romance over there. So I did a story, I remember, for the Times of India about some BCCI officials being upset about Shah Rukh Khan being present. Little did I know that a couple of months later, Shah Rukh Khan was buying one of the franchises in the IPL. At that time, Lalit Modi was a bit upset about that
story.
About the story, because he was very close to Shah Rukh. Rajiv Shukla was very close to Shah Rukh. Is still very close to Shah Rukh. I was surprised, taken aback by the reaction to that story, especially from Lalit Modi. So yeah, things do happen and things do change. But that was one of the instances that I can clearly remember.
So Lalit Modi called you?
He called me. He was upset about the story. He said, "What have you done?" But then we quickly made up.
Yeah, I mean, you resolved it.
I resolved it. But there's nothing much. Again, he's too smart a guy. If he wasn't smart, he wouldn't be he wouldn't be building IPL, the biggest property cricket has ever seen.
You met Shah Rukh?
I'm actually not met Shah Rukh. But he did get upset because I was like sitting in the Times of India office looking at the TV and seeing Shah Rukh Khan at the audio launch of Om Shanti Om saying, if they don't want me to come to a cricket match, I will not come to a cricket match.
So referring to your story.
And it became like a completely big thing. So and I was like, what the hell have I done?
Basically, you were saying that oh, picture ki publicity kar raha tha.
That's what the BCCI officials felt, that he's using us. But little did I know that 2 months later, he'll become one of the biggest stakeholders in cricket.
I think we all go through this, whether it's a movie journalist or a cricket journalist.
Absolutely.
But I must tell you, this conversation has been very engaging. And thank you, Chandresh, for being on the Vicky Lalwani show.
Thanks a lot for
having
me.